What's going on, guys? So the other day I actually went to a handful of thrift stores, spent a majority of the day out thrifting, buying a bunch of stuff to list on eBay to make some more money. So today I want to go over some of the items that I didn't pick up but were still extremely profitable thrift store finds. So today I'm gonna go over 3 clothing items that I didn't pick up, but I want to just kind of put on your radar, because I think knowing more about what other people are not picking up and why is going to help a lot of you guys actually succeed and make more money on eBay. So for those of you that don't know really who I am or what I do, I run multiple online businesses. eBay is just one of those businesses, and it's actually one of the smaller businesses that I run. And I wanted to explain that to you guys so that you understand the reasoning why I left some of these items out there on the rack at the store for other people to find. Now, if you're a clothing reseller or you just buy a bunch of random stuff to resell on eBay, I put a guide together for you guys to really help you in the clothing space. So it's called 10 highly profitable clothing items to resell. I'll put a link to that down in the description box below. It's absolutely free. Go and get it. It's a video guide, so it's about like an 11-12 minute long video. Shows you 10 highly profitable clothing items that you can resell, and they're easy to find items. So again, if you want that, go and download it, but let's jump into the video. All right, so this first item right here, it's a Saucony VIDS Pro jacket. Now, this was a very nice looking jacket. You can see right here, it's very, obviously it's, bright orange, neon orange, great for people that are running or, potentially a contractor working outside. But the cool part about this, okay, is that it was in very good condition. There was not any rips, any stains, nothing like that. Now, this item was $14.99. So, but it was a half off tag. So the cool part about that is I would have paid about $7.50 for this item. Now, this item, let me show you, on the kind of what they're currently going for on eBay. But on eBay, they're probably selling for anywhere from $20 to $30 for jackets very similar to this. And so at $7, let's say $8, there wasn't a whole lot of profit in this item for me. So this is one of the items that I left on the table, kind of just left there. And now let me explain why. Okay. So at $7.50, we'll say $8 buy cost. Shipping on this item was probably going to be, I think it was going to be over £1, so it's probably going to be about $7 to ship. So they were about 15 bucks. Let's say we sell it for 25. We got our fees, let's say $3, so we're in at about $18. We're only going to make about 7 bucks off this product. Now, most people would be happy to make $7 off an item, off a little clothing item. I'm not. I want to make a lot more than that, okay? I want to make over $10 per item, okay? If not, $15 to $20 for every single item that I buy. So because of that, I left this item there for somebody else to, potentially purchase, whether they use it for themselves or resell. It's up to them. This next item that, again, I didn't pick up, however, it was there. This was a wool Patagonia sweater. Now, this was a very good looking sweater. It's something that probably could have been cleaned up a little bit and maybe resold. However, I decided to leave it there, and here's why. First off, the item they were asking at the thrift store was $29.99 for this Patagonia sweater. That would be fine if we were kind of in the middle of November or December, but we are actually in February right now, which means that pretty soon people are not going to be wearing sweaters. So because of that, that was one of the reasons why I left it. It could potentially sit. The other reason why, it was $29.99, but it was half off. Okay, that means it was $15 buy cost for me. I could have bought it for 15 bucks, but it was fairly used. You could see on the sweater that there was a lot of the fabric was kind of coming apart, kind of coming off the sweater and stuff like that. I don't like to deal with, just because if it sits for a while, I just have my money tied up. So $15 tied up for potentially maybe a year, because A lot of people are not going to buy that kind of a sweater in the summer months. So because of that, I decided to leave it because, again, the profit margins on that were very small. I would have made probably about 10 bucks profit from that, just based off of what the current, what's kind of been selling on eBay as of late. So because of that, that was one of the reasons why I kind of just left it for somebody else to potentially pick it up. Now, this next item is something that I find all the time, and usually I do pick these up. However, I decided to leave this at the thrift store simply because, again, there wasn't enough profit there for me. However, this is a great item to find, and a lot of people that I've been talking to lately, a lot of my students, have been finding this exact, well, not this exact same item, but pretty much this exact same brand of item. Okay, now what is it? This is the George Strait Wrangler button-down shirt. Okay, you can usually find these from anywhere from $3 to like $6 to $7, and they sell fairly well. You can see right here on eBay kind of what they're going for. So they do sell. They are, they are making some people money. I usually sell these, and so again, I don't sell a lot of these in the winter months. However, I decided to leave this there because, again, there wasn't a whole lot of profit, but it was still a very profitable item. I just didn't want to deal with it because I don't like doing the pictures and all that, and then obviously my costs are a little bit higher because I got people that work for me. So because of that, I left it. But this item right here could potentially have made 10 to 12 bucks profit easily from just one sale. Now, when it comes to some of these George Strait Wrangler shirts, one of the things I like to look for first, make sure it's a long sleeve shirt. If it's a short sleeve shirt, it could still potentially sell. However, whenever I've gone to rodeos or seen people that dress like a cowboy or whatever, they're usually wearing a long sleeve shirt, not a short sleeve shirt. So because of that, I say always get a long sleeve shirt. I think I purchased one short sleeve George Strait Wrangler shirt in my time reselling, and I believe I still have it. Okay, so I would not buy a short sleeve shirt, and that's just my personal opinion or expertise. Now, the last thing I just want to explain to you guys is some thrift stores, and mine does this every once in a while for certain items, and they're usually the higher end items, is some of these thrift stores decide, instead of just putting a tag on the product, they actually write with permanent marker on the tag or on the shirt itself, close to the tag, and they write the price. And the problem is, usually you can't get that off. And so because of that, I always tell people, do not buy shirts that the thrift store or wherever has actually written on the tag or written next to the tag with permanent marker, because a lot of people do not like this. And I've experimented with this, and so this is kind of what I found. Okay, so a lot of buyers, they kind of get turned off by this, because if the store actually writes it on the fabric, it could bleed, and it could potentially bleed off the tag onto the shirt as well. So because of that, a lot of people don't like it. So if you think you're gonna get top dollar for all these clothing items, then there's writing on the tag, it's probably not gonna happen. Now, there are ways to get the permanent marker off the tag. However, what I've noticed is that usually you fade the shirt or the tag by doing some of these things. So just keep that in mind. If you guys have any recommendations as to how to get permanent marker off of a cloth tag, let me know. Okay, because from what I found, just whatever you do, it doesn't get the whole marker staying out. And so because of that, I usually tend to just leave these items there at the thrift store for somebody that's gonna purchase it and wear it themselves. So like I said earlier in this video, if you need additional help, you need to find more items that are gonna pay a little bit more profit, because that's what happened for me, is that I left these items there because there just wasn't enough profit for me personally. However, $10 profit, it's still very good. But for me personally, for my business, that's not what I do, okay? So just keep that in mind. But if you want more items that are highly profitable clothing items, go check out that free guide. Again, I'll put a link down in the description box below. It's absolutely free. Just go and get it, go watch it, and let me know what you think, okay? Let me know when you find any of these items, because I can tell you right now, I've had a bunch of people that have seen this guide already, and a bunch of them have already found a bunch of these items. So just keep that in mind. So like always, if you enjoyed today's video and you learned something, you got something out of it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, click that notification bell so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.